Hello everyone, my name is Nico D, and today I'm going to give you 3 tips for new software engineers that will help improve your workflow and make a good early impression on your manager. So my first tip is to document your environment setup process. And so before developers even get to coding, they have to set up development environments, which can be a frustrating process of installing software, tweaking configuration files, and reading a lot of directions. If you're in the early phases of your new software development job, you've probably been following tons of documentation made by coworkers. Some good, some maybe not so good. Eventually, you'll have to create some documentation for the baselines and configurations that you figure out. My advice is to document early and document often. Even though this may seem like a waste of time, it will save you and your coworkers valuable time down the line. And do not just document what works, be sure to document specific issues and the solutions to those issues so colleagues won't have to come to you for troubleshooting. Your manager should value that you are documenting and capturing your process, so do not worry if you think you are wasting time. Good managers value documentation as it eases scalability and maintenance. A bonus tip is to include screenshots, code snippets, and error cases in your documentation to help coworkers follow along. The company I work at uses GitLab, basically GitHub for Business, which provides an easy way to edit readme.md files, which are also known as markdown files, where you can add images and code snippets for readability. Readmes are usually in almost every package of software or repository of files to help new users catch up to speed. If you're in a smaller team not using business-level version control software, you can still leverage readmes, use text files or PDFs for your documentation. My second tip is to create a knowledge bank for easy access to code and commands. A little bit similar to the previous tip, only this is more for personal use. When you are starting out, you will probably be using lots of programs through the command line, which I know can be a little intimidating at first, but you'll get the hang of it. Each program can come with a host of commands where it can be easy to forget certain commands or steps or stuff that you're supposed to type, even if you're using these tools often. What I started to do is to copy important solutions or cheat sheets from the internet and put them on my computer to reference quickly. The company I am at uses Microsoft products, so I use OneNote, which allows users to create many tabs and pages that they can switch to in just a few clicks. So here is Microsoft OneNote, and as you can see, there are different tabs that I could put information in. Right now I have a code bank for this example. So I have 2 pages, one for Git and one for Kubernetes commands. And I just got that information from over here. I just, Googled Git commands, and I just took a few of the important ones and just copied them right into Git, and it puts them into like this nice little column that I can move around, and I can adjust the size of it. I can shrink it. So all the lines in here aren't separated, it's as one thing, which makes it really easy to reference to and move around if it gets a little cluttered and I want to move the stuff over here because I have other stuff I want to add over here. I can do that. My third and final tip I have for new software engineers is to ask that extra question or two when learning about a new tech or software. This tip also goes along with some aspects of the first 2 points, but if you are following documentation or learning from a coworker on how to use a piece of software, don't be afraid to ask the extra question about how that software fits in at a higher level. The worst thing your coworker will tell you is, "Oh, I'm a little too busy to go into that," or "You don't need to know that right now for your case." Best case scenario is you get that little extra nugget of information that will aid you in your work. This is also a good opportunity to learn about how the software fits in the bigger picture and can help you become more proficient and confident in that technology. While it is great to understand the nitty-gritty aspect of the software, knowing the higher level concept is valuable from a leadership perspective. If you understand that tech even just a little bit more than some of your colleagues, that can help differentiate you and help you get put into more opportunities to lead. Things like this can help get a better understanding of how that software gets deployed after it leaves your code editor. So there you have it. 3 tips for starting software engineers that will help improve your work and lessen some frustration. If you found this video even a little bit insightful, consider liking the video and subscribing. If you have other tips for new software engineers, leave a comment down below and I would be happy to read it. Thank you all for watching and have a good day.